Hey guys, this is Gohan6425 on YouTube, the one and only. And right now, you are watching the one and only great WGS-TV.
Hello everyone, welcome to another installment of WGS-TV right here on YouTube.com/WrestleGamer and ZFXTV. I'm the WrestleGamer, Double B Bully Boudreaux. Got a few guys to introduce you to. First off, he is the host of Hardcore Wrestling Grid, which can be heard exclusively on Spreaker.com/HWR Media. It's the luminous one, the shining star, Rick Starr. Rick, how you shining?
Billy, I'm shining great. Thanks for having me.
The incomparable Lance Moss from Lance Moss TV is here. Lance, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
Bay Area MVP is here.
What's up, Taco Bell lovers? Wait, that's me. Ah, damn it.
James from the Big Easy is here. James, how you doing?
You know, Billy, I think you need some water during each of these, so you can, every time you say Bay Area MVP like that, you can have your throat refreshed.
Oh yes,
Anyway,
definitely.
By the time he's done with these series, he just might have laryngitis.
Oh, and also from YouTube.com/KillerXKenny, the man from South Park, simply known as Cartman. Cartman, what's up?
Nothing much.
It was confirmed on this week's Monday Night Raw that the United States title will be on the line. Kofi Kingston to defend the title against Dean Ambrose. Now, Rick, I want to go to you first. When the announcement was made, Twitter just started blowing up by saying, you know what, there is no way that WWE can't put this title on Dean Ambrose. He deserves it. He needs it for the Shield. Do you kind of agree with that assessment that they need to put the title on Dean Ambrose?
Yeah, believe it or not, yeah, because I think Dean Ambrose, for one, he's a phenomenal wrestler. I'm glad that they're giving him the United States title, which is kind of like, a mediocre title rather than, like what the world title. If they did the world title, I would have been, whoa, that's too fast, too soon. And then, it would have just been that they're just copycatting the aces and eights, which shows that they're not. They're saying, hey, look, these aren't our big boys. They're our medium boys. The fans are just accepting them as big boys. But still, great thing that they're doing. But I don't think they're going to stop there either. So,
Lance, I want to ask you this question. Do you see involvement from the other members of the Shield taking place in this United States title match?
Quite possibly, but behind the referee's back. And he won't get disqualified.
Bay Area MVP, do you think it's really time now for the Shield to get title belts? Like in particular, right now we're talking about Dean Ambrose. Do you feel that it's time for Dean Ambrose to get the United States title and run with that title?
Yes, it's about time. Like Rick said, phenomenal wrestler. I don't like Kofi with the United States title right now. And I think it's time for Ambrose to go out there and do a shine.
James, we were speculating earlier, especially with the involvement of Kofi Kingston and with Team Hell No against the Shield, that the possibility of both the United States title and the tag team titles being up for grabs against the Shield in a six-man tag. But now this scenario where they're playing out right now with Kofi Kingston defending the United States title against Dean Ambrose, do you find this scenario a better suit and a better way for WWE to do it rather than have them defend both titles in a six-man tag?
well, yeah, it's kind of weird. For me, it's weird, but at the same time, I can understand it because really, the Shield. I think each member of the Shield should win an individual match to get whatever title. So, if the two members of the Shield that I think was Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns should win the tag team title on their own instead of having like maybe Dean Ambrose pin Kofi Kingston to win both, not just the United States but the tag team titles. And I think this is a better suit for it. But for me, it's kind of weird because also there could have been other candidates for to fight for Kofi. But I think this is a good thing for WWE creative to do, to give
Cartman,
not just two members. I say WWE creative does a great thing. Instead of just giving like two members of Shield like the chance at the tag titles, give all three a chance at least 2 of the titles in WWE.
Well, there was a point in time in wrestling history, especially in the NWA, where they actually had, if you guys can remember this, a six-man tag team title championship. They had that for the longest time in the 80s and in some parts of the 90s in the NWA and WCW. They didn't run too much in the 90s, but definitely in the 80s. Rick and Lance, I don't know if you guys can recall that, but they did have a six-man championships back then. Do you feel like, well, let me go to Cartman first. Cartman, do you feel suited that maybe it's time for a revival of a six-man tag team championship in wrestling today?
I don't know about that, but the thing with the WWE, I think it is time for them to put titles on the Shield members, and I think it's a good thing that they are finally going to do that.
Well, let me ask you this question: do you feel that the right members of the Shields are getting the tag team, getting the title shots with? Right now, what we're talking about, Dean Ambrose getting the shot at the United States title. Do you agree with Dean Ambrose getting that shot, or do you feel one of the other members of the Shield should have got it?
It's not really anybody in particular that should have gotten it. It's just, well, I'm failing at thinking of words right now. But, yeah, it seems like any member of the Shield, really. But, Dean Ambrose, since he has actually had singles competition since he actually has been in singles matches in the WWE before now, it seems like it was a good idea to put him in the match versus somebody like Seth Rollins or Roman Reigns that has never actually been in a singles match on televised WWE yet.
You know, that does bring up a very interesting point. The only member of the Shield that we have seen, well, Seth Rollins very briefly had a one-on-one match with Big Show, I should say, but then they ended up turning that into a beatdown of the Big Show. Other than that, the only person we've really seen with one-on-one action and actually doing a unique finish of sorts is Dean Ambrose. So I kind of feel that Dean Ambrose is the appropriate member of the Shield to get the United States title shot. But now it's time to go into final thoughts and predictions for the United States Championship match. Kofi Kingston defending the title against Dean Ambrose of the Shield. Gonna start with Rick Starr. Rick, your thoughts and final prediction.
Well, first and foremost, to answer one of your questions, do you think the WWE should be bringing a triple threat tag team match? Absolutely not. Vision just to suffice the Shield? Absolutely not. That'd be a big mistake. That'd be a critical mistake for, it'd be nothing but a big weight around their neck. As far as who got the right title, I think absolutely Ambrose did. He's been clearly the leader since the beginning. He's been the silent leader, but let's face it, he almost shined early last year with Mick Foley, but there was an issue that kind of set him back. But this probably was a better fit for him. As to who I think will win, I could definitely see Ambrose walking away with the title. If not, then it's just not his time. But sooner or later, I definitely think this split is definitely a good sign for the guys to see how they do.
Let's go over to Lance Moss. Lance, your final thoughts and predictions on the United States title match. Kofi Kingston defending the title against Dean Ambrose of the Shield.
I think it is time for Ambrose to get the title shot, and well, I think he's going to get it because, well, he has the talent and that unique finisher, whatever he's calling it.
I don't believe they actually came up with a name for it yet, Rick. Have they? That unique kick out bulldog.
That rolling bulldog. No, that's what I call. I call it the rolling bulldog, but no, they've not called it a name.
I call it the DDT bulldog thing.
Yeah, DDT bulldog combination. Let's go over to Bay Area MVP. Bay Area MVP, your final thoughts and predictions on the United States title match. Kofi Kingston defending the title against Dean Ambrose.
Like the other two said, it's pretty unanimous. I'm jumping on the Dean Ambrose bandwagon here. I mean, talented wrestler. That kick out bulldog is a good finishing move, and I think it's about time that he gets the belt. Good moves in the ring. Put the belt on him already, damn it.
Let's go over to James. James, your final thoughts and predictions on Kofi Kingston taking on Dean Ambrose for the United States Championship. Who walks away with the title?
let me answer one of the questions you asked earlier,
Mhm.
Billy, and that's about the 6-man tag team. For me, I don't think WWE should do a 6-man tag team because I don't see you putting any random three guys together in a team to do stuff. And the Shield, I said, is the only one to shine because I think WWE has two 3-man tag teams, and that's the Shield, and I think 3MB is the only other one. And we know how 3MB is. But anyway, but going to this match, I think Dean Ambrose will win this match because of the fact that I think WWE is going to let the Shield have two of the titles. I'm going to explain why I'm going to pick the Shield for the tag team titles in another video.
Hmm.
But it's Dean Ambrose time for this United States. I think he's going to make this title relevant
You
again.
took the words right out of my mouth.
Hmm.
And Cartman, finally, your thoughts and predictions on the United States Championship match. Kofi Kingston defending the title against Dean Ambrose of the Shield.
Clean sweep. I say Ambrose wins it.
Wow, all out against Dean Ambrose. Well, here's my final thoughts and predictions. Yeah, I gotta say, Dean Ambrose being the only member of the Shield, other than Seth Rollins, we've seen more of significantly in a one-on-one capacity. Yet that he is one that's deserving of a United States Championship match in this storyline, in this angle. Do I see Dean Ambrose walking away with the title? Honestly, I gotta say no. I don't see Dean Ambrose walking away with the United States Championship. I think Kofi Kingston's too much of a hot streak. They've been pushing him really hard. You know, they put the United States title back on him, which honestly, you know, it was a much better spot than they were doing with Antonio Cesaro. Cesaro was starting to make the title relevant, taking it off of Santino Marella. Then they were just taking Cesaro and just turning him into a joke of a gimmick. I don't see that happening right now with Kofi Kingston. Like I said, he's been he's been on a real hot streak. He's been really good in the ring. He hasn't lost a match in several weeks, so despite what happened with the thing with the Shield. But other than that, you know, he had a great matchup on the main event with Antonio Cesaro to retain the title. You know, and he kind of had, like I said, well, they said it on the Monday Night Raw review this week. One of the few bright points of Monday Night Raw was Kofi Kingston and Damian Sandow. So
Can I make one point, Billy?
go ahead.
Here's a point. Now, you just said he's been on a hot streak, right?
Despite what happened with the
Okay.
Shield,
No, I'm not even going to talk about the Shield. But what was he? What was he before this? What was his last title reign?
it was the Intercontinental title.
Right. And now, where's he been? Where's Wade Barrett been since then? Since this?
Nowhere.
Wade Barrett has
Nowhere.
been nowhere.
Exactly. Bingo.
He's been
Can
gone.
Exactly.
can I
I'm
ask
guessing right now he loses the title. He goes back on the IC hunt.
can I ask something real quick?
Yep.
Because this is Extreme Rules, if they make a extreme type of match, what type of match do you think this will be? And I think if they make this an extreme type of match, I think the Shield's gonna get involved.
Oh
Yep.
no, I wouldn't be surprised if Wade Barrett shows up somewhere.
But now, as it stands right now, with no stipulation being announced for the United States title match, Kofi Kingston defending against Dean Ambrose. Like I said, I don't. Dean Ambrose is young. He's fresh. You know, he's got a good gimmick with the Shield. But I really don't think that any member of the Shield, which kind of be a spoiler for the tag team prediction video, but it might be kind of a spoiler for this. But I really don't think any member of the Shield right now needs a championship to make their group relevant. They've been relevant enough without titles. So that's why I don't believe that Dean Ambrose really needs it, and I don't really see that happening. So you know what, guys and gals, I'm going against the panel on this prediction video, and I'm going to say Kofi Kingston retains the title either by a clean finish or via disqualification of the referee discovering the run-ins and the interference by the Shield. That's going to be my prediction for this United States Championship match. What we want to know now from you guys out there, the viewers and subscribers, your thoughts, your predictions on the United States Championship match. Do you see Kofi Kingston retaining the title, or do you agree with the panel? Do you guys agree with Dean Ambrose becoming the new United States champion? Put your answers in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and favorite this video. Rick, where can fans check you out on HWR?
Of course, they can find me on Facebook, on my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Hardcore Wrestling Radio. And if you want to catch my shows, you can catch them over at Spreaker.com/HWRmedia.
Lance, what fans can expect to see on your channel when they come to visit YouTube.com/LanceMossTV?
Wrestling reviews, album reviews, a little bit of documentary reviews, some NASCAR reviews, and basically whatever else pops into my head.
Cartman is over on YouTube.com/KillerXKenny. Cartman, what you got going on over in your neck of the woods?
First of all, it's spelled Killr, not killer. It's Killr. For those of you who think it's not, it is. And my channel is basically going to be WWE creations, Minecraft, etc., etc. Yeah.
Also, the Bay Area MVP and James. When are you guys going to get on YouTube? That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say this: if we do something on YouTube, I may do maybe sports talk and maybe a little wrestling in between. MVP.
Well, like I said, I'm trying to get myself on there on VonLive.tv. You know, me and James were trying to do a project on picks and predictions on what's that program? Google Drive, amongst some other friend of ours. But if we do go to YouTube, me and James, we may do a combined show. So who knows? Maybe in the near future.
Yeah, I think we may if we combine, I think we may do like prediction shows.
Mm-hmm.
Also, don't forget to please subscribe to YouTube.com/WrestleGamer and YouTube.com/ZFXTV Network. So for the Illuminous one, the Shining Star, Rick Star, the incomparable Lance Moss from Lance Moss TV, Bay Area MVP. James from the Big Easy, and the man from South Park, simply known as Cartman. I'm W. Boudreaux, saying thank you very much for watching.
Stoke Artist. Stoke Artist. Stoke Artist. Stoke Artist. Spiritual speaking. Stoke Artist. Stoke Artist. I'm Haley Ringrose. Stoke Artist.
My name's Andrew Weatherall.
Spiritual speaking. Stoke Artist.